Hey, how's it going everyone? It's Rewind the Image, and I have a quick TDM match with dual PM63s. I'm using lightweight, steady aim, and marathon on this class, but I'm not really going to talk about the game. I wanted to talk about Modern Warfare 3 and some ideas that I had. These are just opinions, guys, so, some things might not be balanced or some things might not be fully realized, but I just thought I'd throw a couple ideas out there and see what you think. First off, here's a couple things I think Black Ops did right. I like dual mag attachment. I really like that one because you don't have to put on scavenger or have bandolier or something around that nature of a perk just to have extra ammo. I like to play combat training just to test out weapons to see what works and what doesn't. I love the new wager match modes. It adds a fresh breath of air for people that might get tired of the game modes. And I love the dolphin dive. I think if you go back and play other COD games, you'll realize that you miss it. Also, some things got removed, like Juggernaut, Stopping Power, Commando Lunge, Infinite Grenade Launchers, just to name a few. And personally, I like how there's no tanks. I'm not a fan of vehicle gameplay in COD games. Battlefield, it might be their bread and butter, but to keep the pace and the flow of COD games, I think it's best that those stay out of the game. My favorite addition to Call of Duty is COD points. I think it adds a new dynamic to the game, and there's a lot that can be done with it too in the future. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about. On a basic level, I think team wager matches would be a good idea. For people like me that have already hit 15th prestige, we no longer need XP, we just want COD points. And to be able to go against another team with a team just to bet your money on it, I think would be a good idea. Or instead of having that, maybe just have a betting system at the beginning of a pre-game lobby, to where if one team is saying, oh, we're going to beat you, or trash talking, maybe they can put money behind that and bet a certain amount of money, and you guys can go off that. If you've ever played Forza 3, they have a in-game storefront, and it's kind of like eBay. You have auctions and you have things that you can buy on a set price, but the whole idea behind it is somebody that designs the artwork for a car. They can own that artwork, and then they can sell that to another person. And how could that be incorporated in Call of Duty? There's been a lot of times where I've picked up a weapon and I'm thinking, wow, that's a really cool emblem, or that's some cool camo. That'd be neat to kind of have a creator to make the whole artwork for the gun. And I think people could buy that, and some people that didn't want to just play the game for COD points, they can sell their own designs. Somebody that was really good at doing the designs. It might just be sold as a skin, and you're required to own the gun before you actually use the skin, but maybe it could also be a way for a small level person to own a later level gun. And to kind of counter that, maybe the later level guns will be really expensive, and each gun that somebody owns, they have to rebuy if they sell it. So let's say it's 20,000 COD points for the G11. Well, they could sell that gun, but they probably wouldn't sell it for cheaper. Let's say some of the earlier guns are 2,000. They wouldn't want to sell it for 2,000 because then they would be losing COD points too. Of course, that's just an idea. In later CODs, they've had more customization, and I thought maybe that could be the next step in incorporating. Since we have the in-game economy, that would be something that we could be able to do possibly. What are some other things you can do with COD points? Well, I thought in previous CODs it would be kind of cool if you could do in-game create a class combinations. There's been many times where the game started too early, or I wanted to switch up my perks because of the way the other team was playing. And maybe you can press down on the D-pad, and it would prompt you with some things that you could do with in-game purchases, like changing your create a class combination was the example I just gave. Maybe instead of having ammo and care packages, you could purchase that through that menu also. And I've heard people talk about how they would like to cycle through accumulated kill streaks, and I think that would be a good idea. There's been a lot of times where I didn't want to quite use my counter spy plane, but I wanted to use my spy plane, so I couldn't use the spy plane without using both. So it'd be kind of nice if you can press right on the D-pad and it would give you the option to select whatever one you wanted. And maybe with different classes you can attach kill streaks to those classes. And if you die, let's say you lose those kill streaks, maybe to balance that. And last but not least, a map editor. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.